Shalom. We foremost give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Rakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, GMS, gurus, and ones of light, teach 100% truth. Shalom, Brakathon to them. For the edification and knowledge and the fort. And again, give all praise again to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Rakadash. This relates to Bloomberg quick takes now video relating to Guatemalan deployed troops to stop migrants from heading to the U.S. border. This is Matthew 24:8. All these are the beginnings of sorrows. I'll read up a few verses. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, pestilence, earthquakes in different places. I'm going to go down a few verses down. I want to go down to Matthew 24 and 20. But pray ye that your flight be not in the winter, neither on the Sabbath. So deal with you pray that your conditions that you, if you do have to flight, that is going to be bearable and tolerable for you wherever you have to travel. And pray it's not in the winter because of the harsh conditions, and pray it's not on the Sabbath because it is a day really of rest and holiness. So you pray that's a day that's going to be where you be able to bear it and tolerate under the circumstances. 21, and then shall be great tribulation such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever shall be. That's the times we're getting into. For example, Jeremiah 30:7, Jacob's trouble, man. Jacob's trouble, cannibalism, terrifying vision of warfare, WW3, Mark of the Beast, the famine of food, famine of the word, pretty much prophecy being fulfilled, starting to be fulfilled. Of course, JT, Jacob's trouble, is called Jacob's trouble because it's trouble for Jacob. And except those days shall be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. For the elect say those days shall be shortened. They're going to be shortened because if not, relating to divine deliverance to interfere to pretty much help save them out of those very, very harsh and very heinous type conditions is going to be coming upon past. There would be no flesh to be saved. Pretty much without divine deliverance, there would be no flesh to be saved. So there would have to be a spiritual divine deliverance to help shorten those days, because other than that, there'd be nothing left to be saved. This relates to great tribulations. I'll go to Jeremiah 30:7, just to reiterate that. Jeremiah 30:7 would be this. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but ye shall be saved from it. Or that great tribulation is Jacob's trouble, man. That's going to happen, man. Jacob's trouble, pretty much in definition terms, means is trouble for Jacob. Jacob's going to go through trials, tribulations, adversities, never, ever seen and he ever went through. And part of what I just speaking on relating to the Mark of the Beast and different other prophecies that are going to be fulfilled, man. Read the precursors of that: civil unrest, racial tensions, pretty much the nation being divided. These are all the precursors of pretty much Jacob's trouble, and really the great tribulation, precursors of great tribulation to come, and what's to come, and what's present to come, and what's to really come to come. Shalaki. I want to go to relating to that video, many are trying to flee to come here, man, because the conditions in their respective countries is bad, man. In Venezuela, there was a video where a woman had to pretty much sell her body, man, just to make ends meet. She ain't want to do it, and the people she was doing with, she ain't want to do it, but she had to feed her family. So we already in the preconditions of Jacob's trouble. And for example of that is in these other countries, man, famine, and other harsh conditions that are happening in these other countries, man. This is 2nd Ezra 15. I'll just read it. For woe unto the world them that dwell therein, for the sword in their destruction draweth nigh. One people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. This video is relating to showing, pretty much Trump supporters invading pretty much the Congress session stand, man, taking pictures and pretty much doing all kinds of stuff, man. So we in the tensions of civil unrest, man. You know what I mean? What's happening in D.C., that over 25,000 troops are being built up in D.C. Also, the capitals in pretty much a lot of major cities. They're building up, setting a fortress of defense relating to possible civil unrest, especially when just days away from the inauguration and stuff like that. Number 16. Number 15 talks about civil unrest, tensions, clash wars. For there shall be sedition among men, invading one another, and they shall not regard the kings and princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And that's what's happening. For example, in D.C., clashes of people clashing with authorities and not regarding the kings and princes. They don't care. They going in there invading, man. They showing new footage of, some of the protesters invading, and like I was saying, in the areas of the Congress houses. One invading one of the senators, Nancy Pelosi's office, sitting in there, and other areas of the building. They were scaring they had the politicians even under the seats, man, because of the pretty much the influx of the people coming in there, invading in there. A man shall desire to go in the city and shall not be able to because of their pride. The city shall be in trouble, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation. And these are all the times relating to that great tribulation we're going through: civil unrest, sedition, violent uprising of the people, precursors here in D.C., various other cities across the country, other states. So that spirit of division is happening. Matthew 10:34. Think not I send peace on the earth, but I send not peace but a sword, man. Matthew 10:34. So that spirit of division, strife, and contentions upon pretty much the spirit of these people, man. So they pretty much uprising, not regarding the kings and princes, not regarding any form of authority, and they pretty much trying to take back what they feel is being violated or being disrespectful in their eyes, man. So they taking back, I guess, their form of power back in their hands, man. This is something short because the times we're entering is precursors of pretty much Jacob's trouble, man. We are in Jacob's trouble, man. We on that road, on that journey of Jacob's trouble, man. The signs are manifesting, and the evidence is there that it is. Some people might not believe it, but it is. Just look at the spirit of the people. Look at the spirit of the society, how it's beginning to pretty much deteriorate. dilapidate before our eyes, man. So that being said, I hope it helps whoever listens. Give all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahshua Bashim Rakadash Shalom.